Hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis, and as you probably know, I'm the airline pilot. I fly the Boeing 737 in Ukraine International Airlines. However, I have a wonderful friend and colleague. His name is Dmitriy Antonov. He's also a pilot YouTuber, awesome guy, and I would highly recommend you to subscribe to his channel, because there you can find the cockpit videos from Antonov-225, Antonov-124 and many other airplanes. And he was able to get into the Gostomel Airport of Antonov after Russian troops retreat from the place. So our army fought them and they had to retreat, and you'll see in this video what happened to not only to Mriya Antonov-225 but also to some of the other airplanes that are also in registration of Antonov Airlines. Let's continue. It's a kind of hard video, so yeah, let me tell shout out to the Dmitry Antonov. Gostomel. So he went there on 1st of April 2022. He said no words. You can see the Russian world was here. We have some pictures from the drone also, but I cannot show it to you because I have not approved from this source to upload their video on my channel, but I have the approval from Dmitry Antonov. And please, my friends, subscribe to his channel. So this is the building, the office building of Antonov Airlines. By the time there were bomb shells, many of employees, they just went to the basement, and all of them survived this attack. 29 years. 29 years used to work for Antonov Airlines. Dmitry himself.
Внутри еще хуже. Все разграблено. Не нашел ничего, ни документов, ни сейфа, ничего.
He said that there is nothing inside. It looks terrible outside, but there is nothing inside. It was the fire, and Russian troops actually took what they could, took with them. They opened these safes. They stole everything.
Машины тоже не нашел.
He wasn't able to find his car on a parking spot.
Что это значит? Это значит, пришел русский мир ко мне на работу.
Say that Russian world came to his working place.
Вот именно такой вид он и имеет. Кабинет. То есть, естественно.
That's the room, the office actually of Dmitry Antonov, at least it used to be. And actually I filmed Antonov-225 with Dmitry Antonov. He provided the access to me to film the video on my channel. I have two of those, probably I'll put them in the link. And we were sitting at this office. He was explaining me some information about Antonov Airlines. That airline was fantastic, and during this pandemic crisis they fly actually a lot. So I was there in his office, and now it's unimaginable to see it here. And I'm just gonna probably skip a little bit. Okay, here we have the safe, and it's, as you can see, it's been opened by whom? By Russians, right? The other room, and that's the room, the crew room, where you can have the rest and briefing.
Была куча фотографий самолетов, все поснимали, не оставили ни один.
There were some of the pictures of the airplanes, and they took them all, and nothing just left. Probably they liked those pictures.
Такие эстеты. Им очень нравились фотографии наших самолетов.
And that's the fireplace. That's the fireplace where they cook their food. I mean, Russian soldiers. Yeah, and there's their army food. You can see it clearly. For military, not for sale, it says. It is a car parking near to the airport.
Остатки от машин. Все
Remains.
разграблено. Эти колеса. А дальше еще хуже. Тут дальше все сгорело.
All the cars were open, everything was taken in with wheels, and here is, as you can see, it was the fire here, a huge devastation to the parking.
А моей машины просто нет.
And Dmitry say he wasn't able to find his car because he left it there on the parking. Yeah.
Вот физически нету, я даже не знаю, где она.
The remainings of the helicopter.
Но это Ми-24, последний.
It's a Mi-24. Yeah, it is. As you can see, it was just burned down. It's a Russian helicopter, not Ukrainian.
Не-не-не-не-не, да-да-да-да. Ага.
As you can see, the Air Forces of Russia. It's a Mi-24.
Да. ВКС России. Смотрите, рашисты, узнаете свой вертолет? Вот так же.
I don't know what is this in the bottom. Probably, I don't know what it is. Probably for the night vision. I don't know. Tell me in the comment section, my friends. What do you think it is on the bottom here?
Так будет с каждым. Ну что, вот
Oh,
добрались.
this the open air parking spot, which is quite big. There were some of the airplanes of Antonov Airlines. So Antonov is not. It is not just Ruslan, Mriya. There are many of Antonov airplanes like Antonov-74, Antonov-26, Antonov-22, Ante. So all of that were flying in for Antonov Airlines, and you see some of those planes just destroyed by bombshells.
До нашего флота. На этом самолете я еще 18 февраля прилетел из Лейпцига.
Dmitry said that on 18th of February he arrived as a pilot on this Antonov-74 from Leipzig.
Ровно за 6 дней до войны.
6 days
И вот
before war had started, and that is everything that was left. That is left from that airplane.
Его осталось. Вообще нету, да. Вообще ничего нет. Это 74-ка.
You can see just the tail, the horizontal stabilizer, the nose gear, and some parts of the wings. That's it. What we have. They use this airplane to deliver some spare parts somewhere. Not only this one, but also Antonov 26. That was also destroyed. You'll see it in this video, and it is also used to deliver the crew somewhere. So we need to the crew change without buying the tickets for usual commercial airlines. They usually take their stuff on this airplane somewhere for the crew change.
Двигателей нет. Фюзеляжа нет, салона нет. Это, да, переднее колесо, точно. Да. Хвостовое оперение и передние колеса остались живы. Тоже чье-то крыло с двигателем.
I think it is the part of Antonov 140. At least the engine looks like it. Or maybe it's Antonov 28. I'm not sure. Maybe Antonov 28. The part of the wing is here. I don't know what it's doing here.
Какое непонятно. Ну,
And it is Antonov 132. It's the modernized version of Antonov 24. and Antonov-26, so it has different engines. The engines looks like those that, at least props, looks like those that are installed on Dash Q400. The plane and frame and wing looks really similar to Antonov-32 and Antonov-26, let's say. The modern avionics, etc., but you can see the wing is severely damaged, and we have some kind of debris, shrapnel, I hope I spelled it correctly in English. It just went to the engine cowling, engine housing, and it hit all of the airplane structures, so probably it's also no-go airplane. But you need to deeply check the airplane systems to find out whether it's okay to repair this airplane.
Я не знаю, откуда она здесь. Ну, вот 132-я. Крыло убито.
Yeah.
Фюзеляж весь прострелян.
They say that
Двигатель.
the wing is dead, the fuselage is hit by debris, by shrapnel, and the engine, of course.
Весь. Тоже просто винт. Есть
Propeller.
повреждения.
Yeah, it's made out of composite materials, as you can see, so if you have this kind of damages, you need to replace the propeller. At least blade.
Вот повреждения. Вот воздухозаборник с дыркой.
Air intake with a hole.
Александр бесстрашно пошел смотреть самолет, потому что пилот.
Alexander is also the journalist of 1+1 Ukrainian media, and he's also a pilot. I think he went through private pilot training, and yeah, he's also pilot, journalist.
132, весь в дырках, весь.
Yeah, you can see lots of holes inside, everywhere.
И стекло боковое. И сюда, да?
Обережно.
Ёбкерная
Oh,
тётя.
you can see some of the mines there.
Ну что, и вот Ан-22.
Antonov 22, the largest turboprop airplane in the world, and the only commercial civilian airplane, cargo airplane that was flying. And fortunately, it was also damaged severely, and the fuselage was damaged. You'll see it.
Но
The props were removed for the maintenance.
сначала хотел сказать, без видимых повреждений. Ну вот поворачиваем, смотрим и видим.
You say like, oh, it looked like it wasn't damaged, but then we came closer, we're able to see like this hole, and you can see this kind of opening on the top. So the fuselage was hit from the top, and yeah, this fairing for the landing gear.
Повреждения все-таки есть.
Probably here on the front part also.
Тоже вопрос о дальнейшей эксплуатации.
Dmitry say there are some questions about this plane, whether it's able to fly again.
Повреждения. И видим сверху фюзеляжа тоже розочка из обшивки.
Yeah, the skin ripped off on the top of the fuselage. We can clearly see it. And that's from the inside view. The fuselage, well, really you can probably repair it. Not sure, but probably.
Понятно. Ну да. Как-то интересно. Ну, в общем, вот эта дыра здесь. И по фюзеляжу сзади вроде бы цело.
Very strange because it looks like someone shoot outwards, they say, probably, because we don't have the hole in the floor. Very strange. Some of the uniforms,
Вроде
the cockpit,
в кабине вроде все целое.
everything is okay in the cockpit. All the instruments, everything survived there. At least for that, for the flight controls.
Тут у нас радист.
It's the how to call it, radist in English, the guy the communication guy. And yeah, is the
Здесь инженер
flight engineer place.
по электрике. Ого! Да, это хорошо пролетело.
Oh, the quality is not good, but it is Antonov-12. Even my grandpa was flying on this one, on this kind of similar airplane. You can see it. I think it's no go because it's huge hole. It has the huge hole in the fuselage and near to the wing root. Probably the force longeron was damaged there, and yeah.
Прямо около центроплана.
Yeah, near to the wing.
Дальше идем. Ан-26. Ан-26.
Antonov-26 and probably also Antonov-26, not sure. I think this was Antonov-28 here, and there is Antonov-26. So the part of the wing you saw before near to Antonov-132 is this wing from Antonov-28.
Тоже недавно, ну, в качестве пассажира единственное, летал на нем.
Dmitry said that just recently I flown as a passenger on that plane.
Вот, даже хвостика не осталось.
Even the empennage was destroyed, he said.
Это наша вторая скорая помощь.
This is our secondary ambulance, he said, like to deliver parts, the crew, etc. So first it was the main airplane to use was Antonov-74 that was destroyed, and here is the second one, Antonov-26. Yeah, so 74 can probably fly for a longer range, and Antonov-26 for the shorter.
Помогала в различных ситуациях, меняли экипажи, возили запчасти.
Yeah, he said the same. Crew change, spare parts, delivery. This airplane really helped a lot.
И вот что от него осталось.
And that is what had left from the plane, nothing. And by the way, I started my pilot training on the commercial pilot license flying this same airplane, Antonov-26. I really like that plane. It is superb. It is a nice airplane. However, was destroyed.
Go. Вот так гибнут самолеты.
That's how airplanes die. So I skipped to Antonov-225 before. If you want to see the hangar inside the Antonov factory, just go to my previous video. There will be the hangar with Antonov-124 that was damaged. And now let's go with Mriya airplane.
Да, да. Да, якась. И два ряда колес выгорели.
The two rows of the wheels just destroyed by fire.
Ну что, пошли здороваться. Да.
Oh,
Ну что,
I'm sorry.
привет, самолет. Это ужас.
I cannot imagine being a pilot on that plane and to see the attitude of pilots towards the planes that they fly. It's the attitude to something that is alive, and seeing this unique piece of aviation just being destroyed. Well, my friends, it is really painful. However, we do understand that it is the airplane. It has the history, it has everything. Not Russia. It kills our people, not just airplanes. This airplane was flying for humanitarian needs. It was delivering everything that people needed around the world, and now it was just destroyed. They did not do anything, those Russians. They just destroy. So that's the face of Russian world. And be aware of Russians and their world. They may come to your country and they can show this to you. So be aware. That's the warning to the world of what they should wait from Russia. You can see some of the Cessnas. They are used for pilot training. There is flight training organization, basically the flight school, where people were gaining the private pilot license. I don't know about the commercial pilot license, probably also. They have some of the Cessnas there. Of course, it's hard for Dmitry to see this airplane because, just imagine flying for 29 years this airplane, and it's like your relative had just died, and you see the corpse of it with the wounds, with the injuries. Okay, from what I can see, the fuselage is beyond repair. The left-hand wing can be repaired, can be used for next airplane. We have the fuselage in Antonov factory in Svetoshino of Kiev city. However, that facility was also bombed by Russians, and we just hope that the fuselage of the other Antonov-225 survived and will be able to rebuild that plane. So here the fuselage goes together with this wing root, and I don't know whether you can use the wing from Ruslan from Antonov-124. I think not, because here are the mounts for 3 engines per wing, but on Antonov-124 we have just a couple of engine mounts.
Да, я, так сказать, чуть лучше думал, что ситуация, да, то есть с этим экземпляром, что мы сейчас давай пойдем.
Dmitry said that he thought the state of the airplane is better from the photos probably he saw before.
К основной части. Кабина.
Where's the cockpit? Where is the cockpit? The cockpit is a little bit upper, so you need to search for it in there, that debris.
Сама по себе, сейчас я секунду скажу. Та кабина вот тут кабина.
Somewhere there, the cockpit is somewhere there.
Вот она, вот тут. Вот в этом всем, вот это где-то тут кабина. Ничего нету, да, ничего нет.
Nothing left.
Ну,
you see some of the engines. However, there also could be some shrapnel. You can see if you look at the roof of that hangar of the car, you may see some of the holes. You understand that the shrapnel was all around the place.
двигатели 3 штуки, это да, это нормально, потому что сами смотрите, что с тем двигателем.
That engine is destroyed. The largest ever produced engine by Ukraine, by Soviet Union actually, factories, and also by Ukraine is D18T. However, we have in modern day Ukraine, we have the modernized version of those engines, and those engines are really nice.
Это уже ничего, и там только может быть 6-й двигатель, может быть, да.
I thought the landing gear was okay, but as you can see, we have 2 of them just destroyed by fire, but some of them left. We have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or probably 8 landing gear per one side.
Но стойки шасси, по крайней мере 5 стоек шасси, наверное, можно будет использовать, наверное. Это опять же комиссия все решит.
Yeah, 7 per one side, and Dmitry said probably we can use like 5 landing gear struts, and they're really unique, and it's very hard to produce them.
И определит, и все сделает. Естественно, это уникальное, их нигде сейчас не делают. То есть
It's you cannot just make it everywhere, so the production of those landing gear struts stopped, so they're really precious.
если что, заказывать, это по новой надо производство делать, по новой, это такой серьезная работа. Поэтому, ну что здесь, закрылки все целые, то есть их, они может, предкрылки.
Leading edge flaps and trailing edge flaps are okay, and you can see the wing just lies on Cessna 172.
Да, літачок підтримав мрію. Самий маленький літачок підтримав самий великий.
Dmitry said like the smallest airplane just supported the biggest airplane. Yeah.
Да, пошли посмотрим.
So the wing tip just lie down on that. It has some damage to this furring of the flaps.
Можно сказать, подставил плечо старшему брату. Стоп.
They say like Cessna gave its shoulder to the brother, the big brother.
%. Хорошо. Самому великому.
Yeah, you can see the Cessna landing gear, of course, collapsed due to this heavy weight, and I'm sure that it sustained severe damage, but it's still in one piece holding the huge wing of Mriya airplane.
То, что старший брат у нас, да, ассоциируется, извиняюсь, с расистами, к сожалению. Да, нету у нас братьев больше тех. Так что, да. И действительно, а так бы лежало крыло на земле, а так, да. Чуть-чуть, да, сохранилось.
Dmitry said probably the airplane saved the wing from deformation, from more deformation, probably.
Да, не, так керосин все-таки потихоньку вытекает из крыла, я так понимаю. Ну, как только вернуться, я думаю, в первую очередь займутся съемкой двигателей, потому что это... Ну да. Ну, весь фюзеляж тоже весь побит.
The fuselage was hit by debris, and what we need to do, he said, after everything ends, that we need to take out the engines. Maybe they will be used for Ruslan because they have the same engines, or maybe they will be used to rebuild the new Antonov-225, which is really hard to tell, my friends, whether it's possible or not to rebuild this airplane. The out part, as you can see, it's almost intact. We have some of the shrapnel. The problem lies with the right hand wing. The left hand wing, I think it can be used, but the right hand wing, it's kind of complicated to produce again, and yeah, that's the big question.
Хвостовое оперение тоже, передняя кромка, сейчас подойдем поближе, посмотрим. Что-то попало в нее. Угу. Ага. Вот, переднюю кромку.
The leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer, you can clearly see something big hit it, and there's some damage there, but I hope that again the longeron, the force element of that stabilizer, I hope it's okay.
Да, это что-то пролетело, но оно пролетело, ну где-то здесь, ну ничего, непонятно что. То есть вот такая вот, такое повреждение.
As you can see, many holes, and also the big hole over here.
Ну и много-много пулевых отверстий, конечно, везде. Все пробито, и фюзеляж пробит. Но хвостовое оперение, я думаю, что да, оно, возможно, будет использовано.
Dmitriy said that yes, we have some of the holes, we have damages, but probably we'll be able to use the after part, the empennage again.
Вот. И пойдемте смотреть, есть самая главная деталь на этом самолете, она сохранилась, но она должна была сохраниться в любом случае. Сейчас показываю.
He said that the part of the airplane that should have survived the crash, even the crash, he will show us what's the part.
Где-то здесь. Нет, не это. А, вот. Ну тут надо подлезть будет. Сейчас, секундочку. Стоять. Ну, этот как его... несгораемая эта плитка титановая.
Said about the titanium plate with the registration number, with the serial aircraft number, and the information about the plane.
Вот она и есть. Сейчас снимите. Это всегда, невзирая какие разрушения не получит самолет.
So yeah, we can clearly see the plate itself. So no matter what happened to the airplane, this plate survives, and we have the same plate on any kind of commercial airplane, even a Boeing 737. You may find this kind of plate. If there was a crash, everything just burned to the fires and burst into flames, so you will be able to still be able to find this plate. It's like to find the person's teeth. If you will not be able to identify the DNA of the body, still the teeth can help to identify the person if someone will just dies, if someone just dies from the flames, from the fire.
Всегда остается возможность посмотреть, а что это за самолет был, когда произведен и какой его серийный номер. Ну, потому что да. Так, смотрим. Здесь шайба.
Okay, here we have some of the damage to the rudder, to the vertical stabilizer. Awesome.
Правая повреждена и немножко побита. Меньше, с этой стороны немного меньше. Ну и смотрим. Ну, шестой двигатель, может быть.
Maybe we, Dmitry say maybe we can use this engine number 6. Two of those engines are engine number 4, engine number 5. They are gone.
Будет пригоден, потому что эти сильно выгорели. И 4 стойки шасси вроде бы приемлемы к использованию. 5-я, она же 3-я, вроде бы тоже. 1-я.
Okay, again the same picture. Probably we lost two of the struts, and those which are left can be used for next service probably.
2-я чуть-чуть выгорели, но опять это специалисты должны разбираться.
Yeah, this hit was severe. So the wing root probably was severely damaged. So that's the big question for now, whether we can rebuild this plane or not.
Двигатели. Двигатели.
They have some kind of armored vehicle, looks like the tank, but it's not. It's BTR, probably with a tank cannon. I think it's the Russian one.
Здесь тоже, к примеру, может быть лопатку вентилятора, можно. Хотя вот, и видишь, сюда повреждения залетали.
Also some shrapnel or bullets, yeah.
Одна лопатка разбита, какие-то осколки валяются. Этот двигатель, возможно.
It's been damaged, but probably it's just the engine cowling. Probably the engine itself may be available for restoration and further use. So far we don't know.
6-й. Так, ничего хорошего.
Yeah, nothing good, of course. The wing root has been destroyed, and it's the big question whether we'll be able to rebuild this airplane.
Ничего хорошего. Спрашивали, где кабина? Вот кабина.
There's the cockpit, so that's the glass used to be. The windshield was here, so just went inside. Everything went inside because of the fire. The airplane caught fire.
Вот все, что от нее осталось. Мы видим стекло правого пилота, вот это командирское чуть выше стекло, и все. И больше ничего. И полная разруха. К сожалению.
My friends, I want to ask you again, please subscribe to Dmitry Antonov channel. He is doing his best on media fight against Russia. And thank you, Dmitry, for letting me to use your materials, your unique materials that you filmed in Gostomel Airport, Antonov Airport, really their home base. And my friends, thank you very much for watching this video, and it's very hard for me to react on these kind of topics. Please also I don't know what to say. This video just for you to understand what Russia may bring to any kind of the country nowadays. Luckily we are fighting back, and I hope we're gonna win. Yeah, I just forgot I have the page on the Patreon. You may also support me there, and part of the money I spend for the charity, not for the army but for charity, and also start my PayPal account. From PayPal I support the Ukrainian army. Thank you very much for watching me, and have a great time, have a great day.